Hi and welcome to Scott's Inverts. I'm Scott. These are the inverts. We are live from the spaceship. It certainly feels it with all this foil behind me anyway. The Phormingochilus Sabah Blue, an absolutely stunningly beautiful spider. Ours, we got her at a large juvenile. She's molted into a sub-adult and she looks absolutely stunning. The reason I want to rehouse her now is she's being rehoused back into the same enclosure. I just need to re-spruce it up, redo the substrate, add some live plants and all the rest of it, because some of the plants in the collection did die with the moving of the house and all the rest of it. As you can imagine, a little bit of upset. So it's time for this girl to get a house upgrade. So come with me and let's get this girl's house up to spec. So here we go, in the spider crack shack. We have a 32 by 2020 enclosure. This is actually our old one. It's just through the move, all the substrate had dried up and the moss had died and stuff like that. So I've replenished the soil by taking out half and mixing the other half in with Westlands. So we've got some fresh soil in with the old. I like to keep a bit of the old stuff in there. Some sphagnum moss there as well, look. I like to keep some of the old stuff in there just because it's got the pheromones and a little bit of webbing from the spider, so she feels a bit more at home. But that's all gone in there. Now the Phormingochilus genus, as well as being arboreal, they will like to burrow also. So we've got to give her a little bit of room down the bottom to burrow. And looking in there, I don't think I've given her quite enough substrate, so I'm going to give her probably about a ½ inch going across, and then we're going to have a look for a nice piece of cork bark to go in there, maybe even a little plant as also. With the plants and the moss, they really help to hold that humidity really well in our enclosures. And also we're going to need to have that water dish in there. Now the Phormingochilus do like it a little bit damp, a little bit moist. So again, with that moss, maybe even some leaf litter in a plant, that will help to keep that humidity up high. It's exactly where we want it. Now I have catch cupped her. She is in here. Trust me, when we get her out properly, she is absolutely beautifully stunning. But for now, we shall concentrate on the enclosure before we put her in. Now, I haven't cleaned out the enclosure. I just took out the old moss that had passed away on the top and mixed 50-50 with the old substrate and the new substrate. And that's all we've got up to. Now, I found some cork bark and I want it to go into this corner and create almost like a cork bark hide. So I'm just going to take the top off and we're going to put it into the corner, and what that will do is give our spider the chance to go and live in there arboreally. She'll web up all this and she'll web up all that, a little bit like our Psalmopoeus do. If you've seen my Myrnia recently, you'll see how she's webbed up all that as well. So very similar to that. Here's a plant that I bought to go in there, but I think it's a little bit too big. So I'm going to take this now, take it out of the pot, and we're going to try and split it in half if I can. Just literally so then this piece kind of falls across there. Then we'll add some moss and some leaf litter with a water dish, and I think you can see where I'm going with this enclosure. So give me 2 seconds. So we've managed to do it. Hopefully we've kept enough of the root ball in there as well, and we're going to put that straight into there and then go in and just tap it down a little bit to it, just like that. That is looking rather beautiful. What that also does is our spider can go behind it as well if she so wants to, Now all we need to do is find some moss, a little bit of a leaf litter and a water dish. So now we're going to put the water dish just there, resting on top of the substrate. Got a little bit of moss, and just dig it out to also go in. I mean, moss don't half make an enclosure pop. Really is something special, is moss. And then we'll have that coming across there, just like that. Would you want to live in there? I think I would. I'd like to escape in there. I think I'll be quite happy. Top up the water dish, give that moss and the plant, especially where the roots are, a real good soak. There we go. Look at that. Straight in to the base of that plant so we can get some nice decent water all the way around down there. A little bit around the back of the enclosure. Just come back to that water dish. And there we have our foresty feel set up for our Phormingochilus species blue, or p.sabah blue. I want to get just a little bit of leaf litter in there also, so a little bit of leaf litter, crush it up, and if I don't like it, or if we can always take it back out. And I think that's enough. I think you can overdo it with leaf litter if you're not careful. I've done it myself before. You put too much in and then you tend to lose the moss. So that, to me, looks absolutely awesome. Yeah. Now we're ready to rehouse our spider into there. She's going to be kept at about 70%, 70 to 80% humidity, so that is moist. So I'm just going to make sure that moss stays damp throughout the week. Every time I come in here, if this moss looks like it's dry slightly, I'm just going to spray it down, keep the water dish topped up, and water that plant, give that plant a good watering once a week, and we are there. Now this girl, when I first got her, I unboxed her, and she spent 2 days running around my house until I eventually caught her. She is an absolute beast. She is so fast, it's unbelievable. So fingers crossed she does what she's supposed to do today and go straight into her enclosure. And she's already misbehaving. I think she was always going to be absolutely honest with you guys. Just going to pop that open a little bit. Now she's coming around that side. Maybe she wants to go. Look how beautiful this spider is. How gorgeous is she? Just look. That is a truly beautiful spider. Who, as per normal, is misbehaving. Come on, girl. In you go. And off she goes. Look. Oh my word. She makes me so nervous, just purely because I don't want her to escape. Oh, that beautiful moss. There's our girl just hiding in the moss and the plant. Hopefully she'll go behind that cork bark. She's a beautiful girl though. I show you guys now her without the flash, and then with, just look how those colours pop as soon as you turn them lights on. Boom. And that is actually through glass as well as that is. Let me just lift it. And warmth, she disappears. Boom! So that is our Phormingochilus sabah blue, looking absolutely stunning in that enclosure. She is a really shy girl, but super fast. Now the Amazonias germani, or a tree spider, is reported to be the fastest tarantula that's sort of known to man. I am going to question that with the Phormingochilus genus, full stop, because this girl, the sabah blue, is exceptionally fast. Let me know down in those comments if you keep any of the other species inside the genus and how you have seen their speed. This one is absolutely lightning fast, will not sit still if that door's open, is always looking for a way out. Very inquisitive. Hopefully now she's got that live plant in there and the moss, which is going to really help with that humidity. It calms her down, relaxes her, and she feels a lot more like she would do at home. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscription button, and if you like what we're doing on this channel, give the video a like also. And as always, we shall see you again on the next one.